Hello and welcome back after a month, I think, to KrakenQuest Curse of Strahd. I am Sam, your dungeon master. Joining me as always is Philip, playing Roth, son of Fernir.
Yeah.
Red flannel.
Beat some boys up.
Red Flannel.
Red rowdy boys.
Blue Flannel, Chris, playing Tegan Blackhollow. I think it's Purple Flannel, Avani, playing Naily, the Paladin.
Incorrect, it's blue.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. It looks purple on my screen.
It's a little.
I mean, I guess it could be a very dark blue.
It's like it's a dark blue.
It's bad lighting.
And lighting. And no flannel, James, playing Flinmo Goodheart.
I buck all trends.
Someone get a Shane bell.
It would get worn out.
Alright, so when last we left off so fucking long ago, you guys went up in the mountains to find out who the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok is and what's his deal. You ran into him, you talked to him, you intimidated him, you got smacked around a little by him, and then he remembered who he is, and that he is Mordenkainen, the Archmage of Arth.
Oh snap!
I've heard that name somewhere before.
I haven't.
One of my channels are having no.
He remembered that he's Gary Gygax's self-insert.
Yeah.
All fic is fanfic.
I guess if you're a fan of your own work, yeah.
Right.
Dante's Inferno is self-insert fanfic.
It is.
It really is.
What if I was a
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What if I was the coolest, calmest guy in the universe? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, let's go from there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mordenkainen still kind of crouching down. He just looked at you and said, I remember now. I remember everything. My name is Mordenkainen. And then we did the big dramatic cut because I planned that for fucking months.
out of
Who's calling me? Don't they know I'm doing a show right now?
Inconsiderate jerk.
Yeah, I can't believe somebody left their phone unmuted.
Ugh.
Fuck you, Oak Ridge, Tennessee.
Wow, okay. Hot take.
The whole
There's a 9 out of 10 chance that was a telemarketer.
The whole town.
You should just put him on speaker and see what happens.
I should have.
I've seen.
Turns out that was somebody with dire medical news for me.
Oh.
Anyway, looking up at you, Mordenkainen now remembers who he was.
I don't want to.
So,
I never.
who are you for? 5. Things are still a little blurry.
We're adventurers, I suppose, if we're trapped here by Strahd.
We're trying to find a way to take him out.
Description will suffice. I take it you're here to fight that beast Strahd.
Indeed. Free these people from their prison and ourselves in the process. Yeah, we're hearing an echo on your end, I think.
It's because I don't have my headphones on for some reason, because I'm a dumbass. Ugh.
Just in case it was on.
I thought I looked too good.
I went ahead and confirmed the channels I updated. Which are probably anyways, because I don't just saving them. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
If not.
You kind of use, kind of like wiping himself off, and like, I think we probably have much to discuss, but let's do it where the beast can't see us. Follow me. And he starts walking up the mountain.
Is that a good idea?
I don't see why not. He seems to be a opponent of Strahd as well.
Good enough, I suppose.
But he's a wizard. Aren't you terrified?
You're right. There might be one too many wizards around here.
I'm a sorcerer.
Go suit tight.
A wizard whizzes. A sorcerer sorcels.
So following him up the mountainside, a few thousand feet, the mist begins to part around him. And as he steps through, what can only be described as a magnificent mansion comes into view.
How magnificent is it?
I want it.
Magnificent, Philip.
Oh, wow.
That's why I called it magnificent.
That's pretty magnificent.
Is it possible to get away from his eye? I didn't think such a thing was probable.
And here we should be at least safer than we would be in the rest of the realm.
Well,
Seems a
try to be humble, but I believe my wards should be able to keep even him out.
it's worth
At least his sight. He might be able to barge his way in, but
it's worth a shot. I trust him well enough.
Poke it.
So leading you inside, none of you would notice this, but it actually does look different to all of you. Like it looks like what each of you would perceive as like a magnificent dwelling.
Viking Hall. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. Like to Rotha looks like a long hall, and
house.
Big spooky like citadel.
yeah,
And
Calm down, Edgelord.
yes, I am. Have you seen my art?
Do we get you some vials of blood?
What did I tell
Look.
you when I told you to draw this art?
JRPG levels of belts.
look, Tegan pays for the whole seat, but he only needs the edge. So he kind of walks in and goes, I'm not sure how long I was wandering.
Long enough for rumors to spread of some crazy wizard that like fishes with lightning bolts.
That sounds about right.
Pulls a fishbone out of his mouth.
Oh.
Yeah. He actually pulls one out of his hair, and he's like, oh. He's still like very like unkempt, but he kind of just like takes out himself and goes, And now he's like perfectly coiffed and clean and new robes.
I could do that too.
That's handy.
Can you though?
Yeah. I have that spell too. It's prestidigitation.
We get it. You do magic too. Where's your floating mansion?
I lost it.
I guess. Are you folks hungry?
Could eat.
Technically no, but yeah.
He claps, and now you're all suddenly sitting around like a giant table.
I'm glad we didn't
As-
kill this one.
Invisible servants bring out like meals and shit.
Well, it would be rude to say no.
But it could be enchanted.
Probably is.
Oh.
So, of what realm do you hail from?
Bottom of the world.
That's a good question at this point.
Faerun, I suppose. Are we even still in Faerun?
Oh,
No, I've actually traveled to Faerun. I've spent many a night with Elminster. If you ever run into him, tell me he owes me 50 gold.
Keep that in
If
mind.
you ever escape this place. No, from what I can tell in my travelings through the multiverse and my studies that led me here,
The multi what?
there are many, many worlds and realms that exist, and then I've walked between them. This place, Ravenloft, Barovia, what have you, is not of Faerun. It's not of anywhere, as far as I can tell. It seems almost like it was excised from someplace and brought to its own time and place outside of everything.
Well, it sounds bad.
Indeed.
Well, that would explain why the souls are trapped here, I suppose.
Yes.
How long have you been here?
Like I said, it's hard to say with how long have I been wandering, but I'd say maybe a few years. I actually stumbled upon this place in my travels, just looking into different places and realms, studying magic, and I was able to I stumbled upon this place, found such a great darkness in here, and sought to restore the balance to it. And as I'm sure you've heard, if people are talking about me, I must have. I lost.
What's the last thing you remember?
Being thrown over a waterfall.
I remember hearing about that from somebody.
I'm sure some people saw it. It was one of my more memorable engagements.
No, the shoot, I can't remember what they're called. The nomad gypsy people.
Oh,
The Bastani?
Yeah.
Bastani.
I think they told me about it.
Mm.
It's been a while.
Out of
Been
character
like-
wise, I'm pretty sure it was the priest.
Oh, maybe that's it. Something.
Oh.
We've heard about it.
Yes, I'd imagine you have.
Seems like word gets around this land.
Well, when the souls
Insert leg of mutton, pull
It
out.
doesn't have to travel far, I suppose.
Yeah, there's a finite number of ears, I suppose.
and souls remember things as well. So the information doesn't get lost. That's annoying.
Well, let's see.
Did you learn anything from your encounter?
He is immensely powerful.
I'll jot that one down.
He has some way of restoring himself faster than any being I've ever come across.
We know.
I'm not sure how. I think whatever allows him to do that might be some kind of device or presence within the castle itself. Though I was not able to find it.
So if we destroy the castle,
I have a quick thing I want to do, and it doesn't involve like talking with anyone. Do I feel that connection with the big spooky darkness named blah 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 blah?
Yes, but in here for the first time, it feels not distant, but not omnipresent.
quiet.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to describe it.
I have a decent idea of at least one source of his power near the Amber Temple.
Yes, I'd imagine you have. It. Looking at you, it seems like you must come from the same darkness that created Strahd.
Not intentionally. Circumstances required it, unfortunately. I died, for one.
No. That may be part of the key to defeating him. I knew of this Amber Temple, but in my surety of my own power, I did not bother investigating it before I attempted to destroy Strahd. That may have cost me dearly.
Do you know anything of the place? We're kind of going in blind, but we do end up going there.
Only that it is some sort of ancient temple buried in the mountains to the south. I've heard some rumors and found some lore that it may have been a prison of some kind at one time, but of what, I'm not sure, and I'm not sure I want to know, given what kind of energy pulses from it.
You may not have a choice.
Probably not. Ooh, rolls.
Is that
I don't think so.
is that energy totally unique as well?
It's not unique. I've seen negative energies like it on other planes and other realms. It's unique in its concentration. I don't think it's possible that it could be one thing. It might be many made one, if that makes any sort of sense.
I think it does.
Probably. Although this seems high concept, and I don't even know if we will be able to apply that information. Like, how could we separate something that powerful if it is multiple things that used to be separate?
I don't know if you could. I don't know if you would need to sever Strahd from that power or not, but any understanding of it could give you more, and you seem to be empowered by it. I would imagine you could gain more, though I shudder to think of the cost.
There's a lot I can already tell. Honestly, this place puts it a little bit more in perspective than just the words of my friends at this point, which is a little frightening.
Can we stay the night?
You are welcome to stay the night and use my facilities as you will. I believe, all I can do at this point to help you.
What are you planning to do? Leave this.
First order of business for me would be to find my staff and my spell book.
You do look less wizardly without them.
I would imagine so.
Do you think
And then
borrow that staff, perhaps?
I'm afraid I cannot do that. I don't believe I could assist you in any material way. I strive to seek the balance inherent to the multiverse, and while I initially sought to bring balance to this plane, I now believe this plane may itself be a counterweight of negative energy to the balance of the multiverse as a whole. Put it simply, I am not sure that Strahd should be destroyed, and while I will not impede you in that, I can take no part of this.
Seem to think Strahd is better off ruling over these innocent people for eternity. You're not the first to suggest that things might be better as they are now, and I can't imagine a worse fate.
Wrath is having a trouble parsing the metaphor of weight and balance of the multiverse, like as though it pivots. Like the idea, we kill Strahd, the entire universe, like a disc, flops.
Kind of as you're thinking that, Morton kind of looks over and goes, indeed, son of Fernir, I believe it may be something like that. As I've said, I'm an adherent of the balance of neutrality. I believe someone of my power and status cannot just police the multiverse as I see fit. And while the suffering of these people is indeed great, I wonder if it's something that simply must be.
Your neutrality just sounds like an unwillingness to take a side. It's a little cowardly.
All wizards are cowards.
And how are we any worse
I'm not a wizard.
than you?
Still a coward.
We don't belong to this realm. We were pulled here against our will.
You are no worse than me. As I've said, I will not impede you, and I will do these things I have to aid you, but I do not believe it is my place to take direct action.
Well, we appreciate the hospitality at the very least, and
I say we eat as much of his food as possible and then leave.
You are welcome to my stores.
You certainly think big.
I'm very big, yes.
You have no weapons, no artifacts that might aid.
Well, as I said, I rather stumbled upon this place while traveling, and I must admit I was caught off guard. Though I believe I could do
This wizard had an army at one point.
I had an army of the people of this land who were massacred by Strahd's forces.
Right.
I only succeeded in bringing more suffering upon them.
I meant more that you would have tried to equip them at the very least, so they could stand a chance. It's not...
I rallied their people, their blacksmiths, their guards. In the end, it became fruitless.
You were saying what you could provide, though?
No, I cannot.
Oh well. Where's the wine?
Subjecting these people to a fate makes you just
Line appears.
makes you just as bad as Strahd himself if you have the power to lend aid.
And
Who's to say
I have met many that share your viewpoint, and all I can say is in my immense travels, I have seen things you cannot dream of, Master Black Hollow, and only ask that while you may hate me, while you may belittle me, I have found this is my path to walk.
Didn't you say that this is outside of the normal multiverse, as you were saying? Or as you said before?
If not outside, it is part of it, but it has been excised from wherever it once was.
Don't you consider that an abomination against nature?
Against nature, yes, but as I was saying, it may serve as a kind of cosmic counterbalance to realms of order or light.
Or it could be a cosmic means of disorder causing more harm to the whole universe.
Who's to say
Right, but that could very well be balanced out by order or chaos of the light. It's all...
Precisely, there's a
Not
lot of
explain
what
this.
ifs. So what if
those would be there even if this place didn't exist?
What if this place being here makes everywhere else worse? What if the people being trapped here are causing more pain throughout the rest of the universe?
These are the questions that keep men like us up at night, and these are the answers I have found.
I'd say it's worth the risk.
And indeed, it may be.
Worse than what these people are suffering through.
And that is your decision to make, and I applaud you for making it.
I think a wizard doing less is better. We should just take care of it.
Duly noted.
Mm. Ooh, sweet rolls.
We appreciate your hospitality and would welcome any other aid, but if you're unwilling to act, then we'll just have to be on our way.
After dinner, of course.
No need to waste time, honestly.
Well, you are...
What does Nayli look like she wants to leave?
Yeah, kind of. She doesn't agree with the fact that you shouldn't help people who are trapped, considering...
Oh, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
fair point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start... just start shoveling things into
Do you
my
have a donkey bag?
Okay, that's racist.
There's a bag of food for Ralph to take with him.
Yeah. 2-day-old soup.
Oh
my
boy.
How would you know his favorite?
Because the house knows.
Well, if you wish to leave, I will not unduly keep you. And you're all standing by the doorway again.
Every moment that we linger here is another moment that these people suffer.
Hold on. Just one moment. You may not be able to provide aid for us helping the land, but don't we deserve something for freeing your mind from the prison it was in?
As I've said, you have my eternal thanks, but
Wow, thanks.
there is nothing I can do for you at this point.
A lesser wizard judge, the better. If we're going, let's go.
You were about to provide us with something. You said that you had something that you could do. Treat that as a reward. Something that can keep us safe. Not affected.
I've offered you the safety of my home and my hospitality, Master Goodhart.
Don't anger a wizard. Let's go.
As long as you are within these halls, you have my protection and my safety.
Great, that's helpful.
Beyond that, I cannot offer you anything. I must maintain my place in the grand workings of the universe, just as you have yours.
Well, good luck finding your book and staff. If we come across anything, we'll
Mail it to you.
I'll send a message.
It would be appreciated. I have many things to put in order.
Nope, I don't even have that spell.
step towards the door.
Yep.
Let's go.
Leaves.
Door opens in front of you.
Good.
Well, that was pointless.
Save some super powerful wizard from the prison of his own mind, and he can't even be willing to help people survive in this place.
Why is it
Your logic is kind of dumb, because he tried to save his friends.
Yeah,
at one
and then
point.
realized he couldn't.
No, and then failed.
I think he's just too much of a coward to try again.
That's what I think as
Same.
well.
Exactly. But that has nothing to do with being a wizard or not, because he was a wizard when he tried.
Regardless, we didn't really gain much from this journey. It's more waste of time.
We have to eat. We ate plenty.
Throw a bag over his shoulder.
The only other place other than the Amber Temple would be the werewolf encampment.
Yes, that's where we'll get real help.
I don't remember.
But I need to recruit them.
Out of character, I don't remember like where we got that information or like.
We've gotten it from Kresk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a combination
like
of
a
Kresk
person.
and other people.
Oh, they just were like talking about. Oh,
Yeah,
there's
werewolves
around.
come from northeast in this general area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a general area. We
Yeah.
don't have
As you're kind of walking away, he suddenly appears before you and goes, "You know, there was one thing I could do for you."
Oh, he's
Put
so
that down.
generous now.
Put that down.
Hang on, I need my DMG.
Not everything.
Players' favorite words.
No, gosh, no. It's like a coin flip, but still. In this case, I'm willing to take these odds.
I mean, I knew my monster manual is definitely worse.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll definitely.
I need my
agree.
monster manual is never good, I don't think.
Well, it can be.
10% of the time, when you're getting an ally, it's like
Yeah, they're
it's like a cleaner being that's helping you out.
There are good beings in the monster manual. Literally, one of the first entries is Angel.
God, I love pulling an RPG book off the shelf when you need a reference. It just feels so much better than like typing it in like a database. Like just,
Oh yeah.
Feels so good.
Agree.
Get a new.
Chapter 7.
Yours.
I have one.
Cool. How many?
Okay.
I don't have it.
Yeah, I kind of slowly acquired them as I needed each book. I remember the monster manual I got because I was running a campaign for someone that night, and I realized, like, as I was going over the notes, like, this monster's on this page. I'm like, oh, damn it. I need that. And then just prime nowed it to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thankfully, Horde of the Dragon Queen has the supplemental monster manual, and then most of the monsters are either in the back of the book or in the supplemental material.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
DM guys can need it. And I have Mordecai in his book because I found the special edition cover for
It's
MSRP.
It's really
Like,
pretty.
yeah, I know
I
it is.
I
I
hadn't
love
seen it, and I was tempted by it, but then it wouldn't match the rest of my books.
That's where I am. There are
Yeah.
I got it because I wanted it and it was pretty. And then the
Yeah.
other day I was at Hobbytown and $130 would get me the matching special edition cover set. And I'm like, I don't have money. How do you do this?
Yeah.
Also, I want to buy board game.
Yeah.
But But no, they had Xanathar's, the DMG, Player's Handbook, and one other
The
limited edition book.
Yeah, the if it's the DMG I'm thinking of, oh my god, it's gorgeous. It's like a black and
I don't know. It was in a box.
Oh, a three.
Yeah.
He kind of so he appears before you. He reaches out his hands towards you, and a beam of light shines from him to each. Shines from one of his fingers to each of you. He goes, "May this help you find your place." And he disappears. And you have each received a charm of heroism. Which allows you to give yourself the benefit of a potion of heroism as an action once. Now, what a potion of heroism does...
Gives a bunch of temporary hit points.
It gives...
replenish every round.
Yeah, that.
For 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under the effect of the Bless spell.
Oh!
Yeah.
It gives Bless.
Oh, damn it.
Which is some good shit.
Yeah.
Refer to the DMG.
Yeah. So, sweet.
Neat.
Now, don't say I never gave you nothing.
I mean, yes, I can now say that.
Axe.
He gave me a magic staff and then exploded.
You still have a magic item.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
one of
the
the little things, but no.
That's not that little. That's
I
a
don't
magic
know.
item.
I would. Do you want to trade?
No, it's mine.
Anyway.
But I'm saying before this, he also gave me a staff.
Right.
And I exploded.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Would you like a magic weapon?
Westward.
I got some magic sling bullets for you that I can't fucking use.
You can't have my axe.
They even took away the whole like magic weapon. You don't do like a bundle of arrows anymore, right?
No, you just enchant the weapon and all the ammunition that comes
Yeah.
out of it is magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Anyway.
It's still a second level spell and takes an action.
Yeah. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at Gary Gygax for creating a wizard that's obsessed with neutrality.
What's
Will do.
What time of day is it?
I think we said it was kind of approaching evening.
Cool.
So it's well into the night here now.
Yeah, so let's make a camp.
I miss the mead hall.
The what?
The mead hall.
You mean the castle?
No, the mead hall.
The regular house for regular people?
That sounds boring.
The fuck y'all are talking about? It was a temple.
Great.
See, this is why I don't trust wizards. They fuck with your head.
I think there's a good spot over there.
Indeed, there is a nice rock outcropping that has coverage from the wind.
Literally right over there. Wow.
Okay.
Pretty observant.
Yes.
I'll do first watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You do that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me perception.
I got a 13.
13. So as you do sit up here, you actually do have a rather beautiful view of the valley and the rising peaks of the mountains to the south, kind of peeking out above the mist. And you do, for a land of terrors and horrors and madness, it is kind of a nice view.
Just like take a minute to just kind of.
Yep. As a voice that you remember fondly or sadly, the voice of a man you've killed in your past kind of comes to you and goes, How do you think this ends, Tegan?
Have I heard that? Has this happened before?
No.
Okay.
Does Tegan have a mysterious
I'm just
past?
gonna kind of like
Yeah, you had that guy you killed.
look around.
Like Nick or something. I don't remember the guy's name.
Wow.
And not gonna react at first.
Okay. It only comes that once.
Okay.
How
It
is it?
must have been the wind.
Wow. That's really mysterious. Who are you getting for second watch?
Me. Oh, okay.
This guy.
I get you.
Fine, yes.
You have good perception, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Remember
I
plus
get it.
7.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll wake up.
Fine, I'll wake up.
Nice dreams.
You're like an
about-
immortal being, aren't you?
Not
You don't need to sleep.
immortal.
Give or take.
Not immortal. I don't have. I need sleep. I like sleep. Sleep is nice, especially when you're not stuck in wood.
Your watch.
Okay.
I think they might have heard Strahd or something.
Oh, lovely. I'll wake you up if I hear him too.
Just be careful.
I don't even know if I sleep anymore.
Nayli, as you... Go ahead and roll your perception, by the way.
That is a 26.
26. So you two look over the valley. You see Lake Baratok arrayed out below you. And far to the south, that range of mountains where you know that darkness that you've been almost prepping yourself for facing lies. And even just kind of looking at those mountains kind of turns your stomach a little. Just because you've seen it in ways that none of your companions, maybe even not even Flinmo, can quantify in their heads.
Could you not?
Why'd you draw a bloody oozy mess on your paper, James?
Yeah, that's really gross.
Super gross. Again, I'm gonna go throw up now.
James, why did you, draw a horrifying bug of darkness and oozing pus that emerged from a page, bit you, and walked away?
Gave you the bird.
Leaving a trail of blackened plants behind it.
Wow.
It came to me.
In a dream.
Okay, but also
Looks
real
like one of those
quick,
drawings from
Mhm.
Bird Box.
look at Sam's window and tell me that doesn't look like Stitch is peering in.
What?
Huh?
It is!
What?
Who?
Stitch. Like, so the middle part is the big nose, and then the eyes, and then it's blue, and it's Stitch.
I guess.
I see a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally just a car's wheel well.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Stitch.
It's Stitch.
It's Stitch now.
Okay.
I think the magic items are going to their heads.
Clearly.
Also, I'm very sleepy.
Studies show that there are no ill effects of
I'm very
sleeping
tired.
next to magic.
I just overdid it at the gym today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who are you getting for third watch?
Is there a third watch?
I don't know.
Let's
Sometimes
do a
there
third
is.
watch?
There is when we don't have an elf.
I mean, you've been up. You guys have all just been here for about 8 hours now. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
So we need a third watch so
Yeah.
that those two can get their 8 hours.
yeah. We need 2 more hours.
A rest is non-strenuous activity, and
Oh,
being
yeah.
on watch does
Is
Yeah.
it strenuous?
You can sleep for 4 hours if you want.
Yeah, like college. D&D adventures are college students.
Oh my god.
Sorry, now I'm just imagining Flinmo in like a comatose state saying no more ponies.
Good times.
You'll never live it down, James.
The passable times.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake you up.
Events in history that I wish I could have been there for.
It wasn't that great. Like, you didn't miss that much.
It was pretty good.
I bet you did for
It's
James.
in my top 3 college stories.
We're next to throwing the TV out the window.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think I was
And
there
trying
for
to
that.
cook cookies on a stovetop.
No,
Catherine basically had to keep watch over a drunk chick so that she wouldn't die.
Oh, okay.
It intentionally got construed into me throwing a TV through the window.
Oh, okay.
Chris, why'd you throw a TV out the window?
Dude, it was a rager. Anyway.
Some people had
Another
fun
story
in
for
college.
another time.
I did too. But...
Didn't it break while we were playing Dokapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me, Chris, and Carter sat on a couch.
God, like, me, Chris Avani, and one other person, maybe Catherine, need to do just a sitting Dokapon game on stream.
Shotgun. Anyway.
Yeah.
Your name isn't Catherine, Philip, but okay.
We could probably rush it in like 8 hours.
I mean, we could as long as you don't rage quit again.
Okay, that was a completely different set of
I'm
circumstances.
just saying, you get some food and some snacks, you have somebody bring us dinner at some point, it'd be a fun Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
Let's head
Yeah,
west.
Same.
West.
So, as you guys trek west towards this general blue area over here on your map where you've been told by Rudolf von Richten there must be the lair of the werewolves somewhere over here.
Yeah. How long does it take to get there?
It's going to take you guys about... So, you're moving through forest, so you're moving very quickly just between the experience of both Tegan and Roth. Just, you guys are powering through this forest.
And I'm keeping all.
So you're actually able to cover this ground in nearly a day, actually.
Oh. Like get there in the morning, or well, I guess.
I cast Goodberry.
Sorry.
As night falls, you guys come in this area. Go ahead and give me a survival check, Tegan and Roth.
Okay.
I should be better at that. Oh wait, actually, I did train in that.
Yeah.
No. At one point, it was low. 22.
16.
So as night falls,
Oh, nature when I saw it.
God, I love flipping pages in a book.
I love motherfucking books.
Like, I can't wait to play in a game, but I enjoy DMing. I will definitely... I know everybody else is going to want to run a campaign after Chris, but I will punch you all and run another game.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, the next game does have some good breakpoints, so I'm thinking we might do some shorter stuff in between chapters.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do some, like, Tales from Rounding Portal type stuff. Or
Yeah, something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So...
Sorry, Sam, just to clarify, does a day of travel get us to the edge of the blue circle?
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah, we'll say a day of travel gets to the edge of the blue circle, and then we'll hunt for it from there.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a camp. And whoever stays up watch, I'm guessing it's Tegan and someone else.
I'll be on watch this time.
Okay. You do hear howls and movement out in the woods, but nothing fucks with you. But you're definitely being observed.
Gotcha.
Can I kind of tell, like, where from?
Kind of all around you. Whatever's out there is definitely scouting
I
you.
should use my special ability. Are there any werewolves within 1 mile?
Yes. There is a lot of werewolf within 1 mile of you.
Hey, buddy.
Ah!
You wake up and you're spooning with Roth.
I feel like I should be able to
Okay.
tune him out by now.
Like I like roll. I sleep on a slight income.
That's the thing is, you kind of have learned to tune Roth out, and there is a lot of werewolf around here.
Yeah. That's 6 miles actually.
Jesus.
There is a lot of werewolf out here.
Mile per level or something?
No, 6 at forced.
Oh.
Gotcha. We're gonna need to carve some runes into the trees
Why?
to make our presence known.
Are we trying to be stealthy?
Okay, so the next day dawns. Go ahead and give me a survival check, party-wide, for looking for this den.
Hey.
Survival check.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, everybody, this is finding the den.
Oh, okay.
22.
19. Or sorry, 17.
20.
8.
So that makes 50. James, what'd you get?
I got a 17.
Just 2 more.
1767.
Thank you.
Man,
Okay.
we did great.
Nice.
I rolled 67 on my own.
So it does take you kind of a whole day of looking around.
Okay.
But as the evening kind of comes upon you, you guys are kind of looking down here towards. I'm sorry, this is Lake Baratok over here. The other lake is Lake Zarovich. I
Yep.
forgot. Baratok just sounds better because it makes me think of the little bad guy from the Anastasia movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that.
Well,
Yeah, right. Bartok. Yeah.
Oh, after this, Sam, remind me, I have something really fucking cute to share.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. So you're kind of scouting out down here over in this area, and you notice that above. Sorry, who had the highest?
22.
22. Tegan, you notice that above the tree line, carved into the side of a rocky mountain spur, is a wide, torchlit cave that looks like the gaping maw of a great wolf.
Well, that's pretty mysterious.
Or just on the nose.
A little bit. But Strahd seems to have a thing for the theatrical. If I don't know how much he has been involved with bringing these beasts to the land, but he certainly seems to have some sort of control over them.
Oh, we'll fix that right.
Oh, I was gonna ask, what do we do here in the first place?
Well, yeah, we'll see here. Let me look at you. Pat. Okay, we're gonna need to hide those. I'm holding your quiver of. I'm taking hold of your quiver of silver bolts. We need to make these scarce. Shove them into what I assume is the infinite pit of your trench coat.
What are we doing?
We're going to see the werewolves.
In what manner?
That's what I wanted.
Hopefully, peacefully. So, silver in the bag. Tegan, I know I'm not getting those away, but keep them out of sight. Silver in the bag.
I don't know. Oh, silver coins.
Silver anything in
Yeah, I
bag
forgot
now.
about the silver coins.
9 coins in.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
disguise myself as a werewolf.
Okay. Yep.
Can I stealth and be Batman?
If you want, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, 20.
So we got 2 werewolves and 2 people left.
We're stealth.
Yeah, I guess you could pass
22.
for a runt of the litter.
Okay.
I can
So-
look as big as I fucking want.
So okay, the two of you are stealthing. What's the plan here? What's the game plan?
Well, first thing, we're putting this bag of silver up a tree.
Okay, after that.
My plan is to approach in the morning.
It's not morning.
No, I believe Sam just told
No,
me
it's evening.
on evening.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to be going up in
I
the
realized
morning.
it had been another. Got it.
Oh, I shouldn't have wasted my stealth. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Uh,
I can
There
roll
will be
another
more stealth
20.
rolls.
Yeah.
And who knows? I may get a 27 next time.
Okay.
Okay, so I can disguise myself as a werewolf, but I guess I'll let Wrath take the lead because I
Okay.
don't know what our goal is.
Okay.
Okay, so you're waiting until the next morning.
We are with a big fuck off campfire, and I'm gonna need to urinate on the perimeter.
Cool.
Gross.
Everybody goes to sleep to the wonderful smell of Roth's urine.
Do you
I had
need, like,
asparagus at morning
help with it? Oh.
Gross.
What exactly is your plan again?
To talk. As you see me pull out a small knife and cut my hand, and I'm dripping it and putting it on the trees around camp.
And the significance of all this?
Do you want to? Would you like to walk into a werewolf den unannounced?
I'm pretty sure they know we're coming.
Yes, and I want to make it very, very, very clear. As I start like just raking at tree bark.
Doesn't this
Or
make
I'm
it
not
look
gonna
like
heal
we're
him.
marking territory?
That's fine.
No. It clearly says that we're here. It's not mine.
What was with the peeing everywhere? That's like how dogs mark territory, isn't it?
I'm looking at you the way a disappointed teacher looks at a kindergartner.
I'll defer to his expertise as the cleric.
Yeah. It clearly says we're here to visit. I point to a tree that just has like
Blood smeared on it.
blood and like markings carved into the side in like clearly no written language that is obvious to any of you.
I mean,
I mean, I don't know.
It might
I
be-
speak a handful.
Yeah.
it might be vaguely familiar to me. I mean,
Maybe it looks you've maybe seen this before, but whether or not you have a deep understanding is
Sure.
unknown to me. You haven't revealed to me that you're a werewolf hunter.
Wrath was here.
Yeah. JK lol. Anyway,
okay.
and if they don't visit us, then we're going up in the morning after they've been out.
And
Fair
they
enough.
look like people.
Also,
I don't know how the werewolves look here.
will be coming during the new moon. Very important.
When they're the weakest, and we
No.
don't have to worry about them eating us alive if they wanted to.
No, that's not how that works.
Is it?
No.
I don't know.
What
Is it?
what
I
is
thought the new moon is like there's like it's gone.
No.
No.
from there.
I can't remember.
That is what a new moon is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
You-
a new moon is. I'm just saying that it has no bearing.
No, like
Yeah.
like it was legitimate for you to say that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm saying in character.
In character, he's like, why the fuck would that
That
matter? But no,
matters.
that
That doesn't mean jack all.
You're-
No,
yeah,
we're going
so
in the morning because then they'll be tired.
I could have. Oh, so it's like the new moon. So they'll be like, no, they'll just be tired.
But then why mention it at all?
Right. Why is you said the new moon was important? Why
Oh.
is that important if not for the fact that they'll be weaker because the moon is gone?
Yeah.
Because it's at the bottom. It's the new moon that is under Ula's domain, and not Noct.
Okay,
It's
so
a whole.
so I think I still got it. No,
It's
no
better.
moon, weaker werewolves.
No.
Just
I'm going to bed.
yeah. I'm tired of this.
I just
Yeah,
rolled over. I'm just
yeah.
like, I'm done.
No, it works like this. Yeah, I'm giving you a bunch of jargon that is even technically by Rat's understanding wrong.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll be taking watches.
That was a sad.
I'll be taking watches.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
no, watch.
Haha. I got it. I'll take a watch.
Mine's in charging, otherwise I'd give you mine as well. It's got a new
All
band.
the watches.
It's got a new band. It's very
Yeah.
pretty.
I lost mine.
So, as you take watch, you are definitely being watched, but from a respectful distance.
It's upside down. This is a really crappy watch.
You're being watched from a
Mhm.
distance.
Yep. Can I make a roll to see if I can see them?
Sure, go for it.
19.
You see a pair of werewolves in hybrid form kind of standing up the hill, just making themselves known. I will stand up and stand in their direction, and then drop my axe to the ground, Okay.
and just maintain eye contact.
Shit, why'd you
Okay.
on a rock? Ah, so loud.
They maintain eye contact with you for about 5 minutes, and then they seem to head off.
Mm-hmm. Okay then. Sit back down. Who was gonna be on second watch?
Sure.
Your
Oh.
your pick.
Ah, taken.
Okay.
14.
Oh yeah, no, waking you up. They're here.
Anything to worry about?
I don't think so. Just don't do anything stupid. Go to my tree and sleep.
You're on the talk.
It's
Staring at the piss and blood everywhere.
As you all camp in the bodily fluids of Roth, son of Ferninger.
Definitely cleaned my area.
Definitely make sure that it isn't just round.
Tegan, you are definitely still being watched, but you're actually not sure from where.
Just gonna be on edge. Like, crossbows loaded. Just kind of pointed to the ground, but like kind of looking over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, usually when I'm on watch, I'm just like, sitting, whittling, probably half asleep.
You're on edge.
Yeah.
Okay. Morning comes. What do you guys want to do? How do you want to handle this?
Okay. Let's get going.
So we're just gonna march right in.
Slowly.
Do they need to hide? Do I need to look like a werewolf?
I think that would be a poor choice.
That's why I'm asking. Okay. I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself, like as we approach. At
And
3rd
I'm
level.
gonna stealth.
Okay.
That was a poor stealth.
I don't have my fucking dice out. What am I doing here?
Goodberry. I cast Goodberry.
I'll be right back, you guys.
4-day-old soup.
Not 150 temporary hit points.
Not.
Alright.
There we go.
Protection from good and evil.
Okay.
They're not considered. No, they're.
What?
They're not outsiders, they're
Yeah.
humanoids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shape changers.
Yeah, that's the thing that-
medium shapeshifters.
It was like when we were trying to figure out my favorite enemy. It's
Yeah.
like they're human shapeshifter. So do I have human favorite enemy or shapeshifter human? But that neither of those would really work. So
Yeah.
we just house rule it to specifically be for werewolves.
Yeah. Or just the were creatures, kind of in general.
No.
Lycanthropes. No, just werewolves.
Yeah.
Fun.
Aware creatures. All creatures that are aware of you.
Okay.
Better look out, Strahd. I don't like you. You know we're here.
Right.
Okay.
I hope Armor of Agathis doesn't
So.
actually have to be used.
We're gonna go up there.
It's cast, but
I'm gonna show them this, and I unbag a. At this point,
4-day-olds.
no,
No,
no.
the werewolf.
No. This is like a 2-week-year-old festering werewolf.
2 week
Festering werewolf hand.
Yeah.
And this,
It's the one
They're
that chopped
going-
off.
they're probably going to get very, very angry.
Okay.
Do not do anything to make it matter. I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at you.
So only shoot them a little bit.
No, those don't come out until I swing the axe at least 3 times.
2.5.
Two axes and 3 punches.
Let him have the punches. That'll give me enough time to make
Be ready.
Okay.
They will be hurt if they hit me, and I will not feel bad about that.
And I will not be held responsible what comes after that.
I have protected myself. It harms those that harm me.
Cookie dough.
Okay. After that, we're going to see what they know and if they're willing to help. I suspect they're not doing things for Strahd because they like it.
What are you basing that on?
Wolves don't like to be caged. Wolves don't like to be...
That makes sense.
And what's
D20 down.
poorly?
What's our escape plan?
I'll let you know when I figure that out.
You
That's
okay,
not a
Sam?
plan. That's like 11% of a plan.
Shit.
What happened? You okay?
Found it.
Yay.
D20 MIA.
Probably.
No,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So what'd you both roll on stealth? Who's stealthing?
I was stealthing.
And what'd you get?
I got an 11.
Okay.
Very good stealth.
Okay.
So you guys are going to go ahead and approach?
Yeah.
I think so.
Map. I'm hoping. I'm guessing.
So as you approach, there are... The open jaws of the wolf's head form a 15-foot high canopy of rock over the cave mouth, held up by several natural pillars of rock. The ceiling rises to a height of 20 feet inside the cave.
Just like
Torches and iron brackets line the walls. From somewhere deep inside, you hear the echoing sounds of a flute. Some of the notes are discordant, painfully so. And as you approach, there are two... Actually, no, you don't see anybody yet.
Okay.
I didn't know they were fans of the musical arts. I wouldn't have expected it anyway.
As you see us as animal. And what?
Most that I've met are only that.
And what is man? Or a really clever animal. Approach the cave entrance.
Deep cut there, Roth. Deep cut. So yeah, are you stepping inside, or are you just kind of looking in?
Looking in first.
So looking in, you can see that. Let me actually bring you guys in.
Oh boy.
Yay, map! Get this blue shit out of here.
It's like when you're reading a visual novel, you finally get a new graphic.
Yeah.
Yay, finally! Stupid fucking kitchen.
Shiro, no.
Here, yes!
Bro, getting the robot.
No, that's
No.
Shinji.
No.
Shinji needs to get in the goddamn robot, Philip.
Do not wait for that to come out on Netflix. I'm so excited.
See, I was, and then I found out it's not the original dub, and I'm just not that interested.
Oh, that's gonna annoy me. Maybe I got like 9 episodes in, and I really like the dub.
Man, I need to watch it so I can shit on it even better than I already do.
That's
But
kind of like I've never seen it, and I just want to know what it is.
You want it for like the literary context that it
Yeah.
creates in the genre and the medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like some of the same reasons I want to consume certain pieces of literature. And yeah, I do because I got like 8 or 9-ish episodes in, and then didn't have access to watching it anymore, and I want to finish it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because I didn't get to my favorite character in the series yet.
The robot.
the penguin.
The gay angel. Yeah.
Means nothing to me. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh yeah, the Gangel.
Yeah.
I've seen like the first episode.
I
Adam,
literally
seen
know
any of it.
nothing.
Adam showed me a few episodes.
I know there are robots involved.
And the
And a 14-year-old that will not go in them.
Yep. That's
Didn't
all you
even-
really need to
Didn't
know.
even know that much.
God damn it, Shinji, get in the fucking robot.
That.
I have a buddy that when he used to be like real depressed and like, oh, life sucks, it's so hard. I would literally just like go to his Facebook page and always type in the comments, just get in the goddamn robot, Shinji. It worked.
It's
He's doing a lot better now.
Yeah, and it's
all because of your Facebook comments.
It is. It's all because of me telling him to just get in the goddamn robot.
Yeah, and it's just a really good deconstruction of the mecha genre.
This is genre? I guess kind
For
of.
its time, you have to. Of course, mechs are a genre.
Yeah.
Mech has been one of the biggest genres in anime since the 70s.
Yeah. Like where a lot of those were story
Yeah.
empowerment. Like, this is a story about human.
I mean, it started with like Super Robot, but like,
yeah,
mechs have been.
Oh, and Megas
Like,
XR.
Yeah.
Mechs are basically the biggest genre of anime, or at least they were for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. And then the sports anime came along.
Well, then, you have sports and all this isekai crap we're stuck with now.
Do you have anything on our end for the map?
Actually, my Roll20 is freezing up on me. I think it's just my internet tonight.
I was wondering how long it's supposed to kill time.
So we're gonna run this one Theater of the Mind tonight, boys.
I'm totally cool with that.
So here the cave splits to the left and right. Standing on a 5-foot high ledge between the divide are two. Oh, no, there we go.
Oh, okay then. Theory of the mind's closed. Empty your minds.
Okay, look, the grants got cut. The theater's closed down.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
That was an in.
Yep. Hold up. Loading. Reticulating splines.
Yep. Revving up the morality engine.
Downloading dice.
Loading the falling rocks.
I levitate the falling rocks.
Too bad you didn't. Falling rocks doesn't allow time for spells or saves. They just instantly kill.
Unpacking armor.
Repacking armor.
Donning armor. Wait, 5 minutes. Oh man. Is that white yellow bar anything?
It says a web page is slowing down your browser. What would you like to do?
Oh, is it? That's on our end.
Oh,
We'll have to restart it.
Yeah, refresh the page.
maybe.
Okay.
There was an enchantment you could get on armor in 3.5 that you could just like be in armor.
Oh yeah.
It was
yeah.
it was like 1,500 gold. Like it wasn't a plus enhancement.
Yeah, it didn't count as a an enhancement level.
I had that on my plate armor every time I played it. Fighter. It was just like I want to sleep and be in my armor instantly.
Yeah.
I think someone had that in was it the Everon campaign or
I think so.
maybe
I think someone had it in Zeitgeist.
Or Zeitgeist.
Actually.
Good news update. They think they're going to be able to salvage some of the cathedral.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
For anyone who watches the future, today is the day that Notre Dame caught on fire.
Yeah. It looked
865 years of European history up in flames.
It looked like it was mostly like the back.
They saved most of the art.
Good.
They saved the art and the relics that were held in Notre Dame.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, the two front towers are okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it looked like it was mostly the back area and the.
Yeah, well last I saw the fire was moving forward.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They saved a lot of it, and let's be honest, this isn't the first time Notre Dame's been damaged, and
No.
it will not be the last. And the fact that the structure is still standing is the best thing that we can hope for.
Yeah.
I also saw Dustin's Facebook post.
I didn't.
Oh, Dustin had like a Facebook post that said exactly that.
Oh.
Oh. No, I'm
Okay.
speaking as the architecture student currently.
Oh, okay. Man, Roll20 is just running real slow tonight.
Yeah.
But no, that is a good point, Avani. Structures are structures.
Well
they
done.
do stand sometimes, and sometimes they don't.
Structures are the reason why I have a problem with Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I still haven't seen that.
Don't.
Avani,
Wow.
someday we're just going to do an architecture stream with Avani, and we're just going to talk about architecture in games.
Oh wait, I think it might have loaded.
Actually, in games, they do architecture pretty well, surprisingly.
Cool. Roll20 is running slow for me tonight, and I don't know why.
So let's go back to the Theater of the Mind until it comes up. And then
Yeah.
we'll go from there.
Anyway, so here the cave splits to the
got it.
left. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here this
we're
cave splits to the left and right. Standing in a 5-foot-high ledge between the divide are two feral-looking women wearing shredded clothing and clutching spears.
Old Flynn was back.
Oh, hey!
Yay!
Nailey's
Oh,
off in the
Flynn,
corner.
Yeah.
Forgot to set his thing.
Batman.
Oh, and we need,
Arena.
thank you.
For those that are joining us now,
I've been forgetting about Arena tonight because I haven't run this game in so fucking long.
Oh,
that's
man.
alright. For those of you just joining me, I used to be a halfling and I died, but I'm still the same character.
You
just
got
in a-
better.
Yeah.
He got better. Well, no, he got worse.
There we go.
I've been thinking about my actions lately.
But yeah.
So
You got better from
one of them kind of steps up to the ledge and goes, "Where's your third? Sorry, where's your fourth? Where's your fifth?"
She's hiding.
Be here soon. We wish to speak to the current elder. I'm going to, bag in hand, hold out, reach in, and toss the hand down down towards the hall.
And which hand was that?
That was the hand I cut off a werewolf that was deemed the at least of that grouping in charge.
That big fucker from the tower?
Yeah.
Okay. One of them kind of hops down, looks at it, whistles. Somebody else kind of comes out of the back and takes the hand and walks off to the back.
Mm-hmm.
A few minutes later, somebody comes out and they go, "Follow us."
I like how he's gotten into his werewolf costume for this part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got to show off the hair. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm just a little bit warm.
Yeah.
I must say, after being spoiled and wearing just tank tops around the house all day, wearing a normal shirt now feels weird.
Can I roll an insight roll, Sam, to kind of get a feel?
Yes.
Yay.
Can all of us do that?
Sure, if you want. But Roth's going to get a bonus.
Oh, okay. Advantage or a bonus?
Go ahead and roll with advantage because you're from a similar society.
Okay.
I have an 18.
Mm-hmm.
Roth, what'd you get?
I got a 17.
Okay. And Tegan?
11.
Cool.
Anything for...
Naily, what are you doing?
I thought my stealth had failed.
Oh.
I mean, they know where it did, but they didn't call you out or anything.
Mm-hmm. So we're walking in. Do we know where you are?
Do you?
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, she got below... You got a 12, right?
Yeah.
She got below my passive perception.
Yeah.
So.
I'll gesture in your
Okay.
direction.
Okay. So they escort you towards the back of the cave. The tribe seems to be unsure, kind of on edge.
They should be.
So as you walk back, they take you through a 5-foot-high stone ledge overlooks this large cave, which has a smoldering campfire at the far west end. The floor is covered with gnawed bones. Within this room, there's 9 wolves and what looks to be an old werewolf, a very old werewolf who's kind of playing a flute.
Are we in the right spot on the map right now?
On
No, just forget the map. It's running like shit for me right now. Like I can barely move you
That's
guys
fine.
around.
Okay.
You kind of went up into the left.
Yeah.
In this route I'm taking you.
Okay.
Then they take you through a maze of torchlit tunnels and caves that expand in front of you. Bones lie strewn across the floor everywhere. You pass a white-haired werewolf who, like, kind of specifically looks at Roth with, like, this level of contempt and hatred.
I'm gonna be taking the dodge action while we're talking.
You pass some sleeping wolves.
There we go.
Until they bring you up some stairs to what appears to be rough-hewn stairs lead down to a torchlit cave and a bizarre sight. Wide-eyed children stand behind wooden bars and stare at you in terrified silence. The cave holds 6 wooden cages, their lids held shut with heavy rocks. 2 of the cages are empty, and each of the others holds a pair of frightened children. A crude wooden statue stands between the cages. It bears the rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman draped in garlands of vines and night flowers. Piled around the statue's base is an incredible amount of treasure. A woman in shredded clothes kneels before the statue. Behind the statue, 2 maggot-ridden corpses hang in iron shackles bolted to the wall. The woman kind of rises to meet you. She's kind of got like shoulder-length dreadlocks. She's got dark skin, and she looks weathered and rough. She kind of turns to you and says, "I am Zolina Torescu.
I am Ram.
You are the one.
Son of Fernier.
Were you the one who slain Kirill?"
I'm going to take the totem I also took from that werewolf and present it. Yes.
Indeed.
I believe him to have been sent after us by Strahd.
Indeed he was. You have caused no undue trouble for us.
Strahd.
However, I wish you no ill will, for
Neither
Kirill had my husband sent off to Strahd to die when he disagreed with him. So long as you take no action against us, you shall come to no harm within these halls.
Agreed.
And we're supposed to ignore these children that appear to be kidnapped?
Our ways are our own. If you wish to challenge us over them, you would find yourself gravely outnumbered and on our turf.
Why do you need to do this in the first place?
Ignore the near-dead man. He's a sorcerer. Speaks higher than he believes others.
Right,
We are
because
here-
I'm the only one here with a problem.
We're an enemy. I'm just like gonna try to mumble as quietly as possible. I know they're probably gonna hear me anyway, but
Right.
we're in enemy territory. Just go along. We can't do much for them right now.
We are here under parley. Would you dishonor me and them by breaking it?
Do I look like I'm taking any hostile actions? I just want to know why they have the kids in the first place.
To turn them into werewolves.
Or kill them.
Or us?
The hunter has it right. We gather children to train them and bring them into our fold. As you could guess, raiding can be a dangerous occupation. My husband was killed by Kirill. Well, at least I believe him so. He was sent off to Castle Ravenloft and has not been seen since. Because he disagreed with the chieftain about how we should handle it. You see, Kirill would have the children fight to the death and only the strongest would join our clan. Whereas my husband thought that all should be brought in to increase our numbers. That is why we have them here.
Are you not able to bear your own children? Do they have to be kidnapped?
Our traditions are our own, but mortality can be rather high in our profession.
You have an impressive pack.
Would I actually know the answer to that question?
Whether or not
Whether they
werewolves
can reproduce?
Yeah, they can.
I can reproduce.
Yeah, but you're different. As far as I'm concerned, you are a human who can turn into a wolf. You are not a werewolf.
Aww. Kind people to him.
Arguably.
We're
With Kirill dead, the leadership of our tribe is in some peril. My husband was next in line.
and who would follow him?
Either I or Kirill's mate. I believe you would have seen her on the way in.
The white hair.
Indeed.
Yeah, she looked like she wanted to rip my throat out.
We are somewhat deadlocked. Half the tribe would follow me and half would follow her. Things would change if my mate were to still live. I will make you an offer. One that would even appease this dead man. If you go to Castle Ravenloft and bring my husband home alive, we will free all of these children and return them to their families.
And what if he is a corpse adorning Strahd's halls?
If you can bring me proof of his death at the hands of Strahd, I will free half. It would be better to know than to wonder.
I know it's better than most. What brought your pack under Strahd's heel?
Dominance and power speak loudly.
Truth.
He also exerts a powerful control over other beasts of the land. It has been this way for centuries. Whenever unrest sparks among the tribe, Strahd may send emissaries to remind us who is in charge. Kirill licked his boots better than most.
Do you not feel a pull from him, Roth?
I can't say that I do, though I have my god's wards. Though I see you have a god of your own. Is this...
Mother Night watches over all.
Yes, she does.
Any other business bring you to our home?
We intend to kill the Strahd and toss his corpse from his castle and free the land of his tyranny. We were hoping that maybe either maybe you or the elder would maybe be able to give us some information or numbers.
What I can tell you of Strahd is that he has great power and great forces that reside within his castle.
Have you ever been there yourself?
No, only the chief. And Kirill is dead.
Sounds like for the better.
Okay.
If you are able to return my husband, we may be able to assist you further. Until then, I can promise you, you will not be hunted by any of my pack.
Well, that's a start.
How did you come to this land? Were you carried by Strahd, or had he...
Our oldest legends speak of us coming from somewhere else, being carried by the mist, but many of us do not believe that anymore. We have been here for longer than any of us have lived.
Well, if it
Generations.
If it lends anything, the mist brought us here.
The mist brings many.
And your affliction, it was not impeded, given to you by Strahd himself?
For as long as our history goes back, we have been of the wolf.
Intriguing.
We
I had always assumed that this curse had that he had been the root of it. The same darkness that controls him would also control you.
You would not be the first to seek such a thing.
Probably doesn't help that you steal people's children, but
No, that does put a damper on relationships.
Gee, I wonder why.
There are artifacts in this land. So, some rumor to be able to kill, to defeat Strahd, to kill him, to put him away forever. Do you know of any such things? Where any such relics?
Ancient legend and rumors speak of a sword of light, an amulet of the Raven God, the Morning Lord. If I was to bet, I would say that Strahd would keep them in a safe place. Perhaps a place of both hatred and reverence.
That would make sense. Thank you for your hospitality. We will trouble you no further and ask nothing more of you.
Thank you for your respect.
I give a light bow to her and then approach the shrine.
what was the third thing she said?
Sword of Light and Amulet of Ravens.
Amulet of Raven.
What was the third thing she said?
Morning Lord.
She said an amulet of Raven God and the Morning Lord.
Oh,
And
so that was one
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. No comment. Let's see here. What do I have to throw down? Okay, don't have the totem anymore. And we will put down a big. Oh right, I have these 3 gems. There we
We
go.
already gave them something. We gave them promise to do something.
I'm not going to walk out of here without giving something to Mother Night. Why would you insult one of my gods like this?
I thought your god was Uthgar.
Ula is Mother Night. She's the Midnight Wolf. She is mother that gave to our kind.
You share the same gods as these people?
I think so, but even if their traditions or custom, my kinds all have a tether to it. It's where much of it came from.
So it's possible that generations ago they were taken from the Northlands and brought here.
Not impossible.
And that's why they don't carry as much of the madness. Basically, I'm trying to justify to myself why I'm not going on a murder rampage right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good role playing, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. The Black Wolves. Yeah, no, they're murderous, murder beasts. Kill them.
Whoa! I don't like the way you said Black Wolves.
Whoa. Hey, man.
I mean, I could have said night wolves, but I'm not a 12-year-old with my hat backwards
At least that's not
and fake
racist.
nunchucks.
That was the name of my of John's guild. John Patrick's
I think
guild.
you're right.
Mom, I'm the Night Wolf, and I would thank you for addressing me as such.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm a pyrofox.
Anyway, you leave your offering and then
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like they can give
actually,
us anything, and we're not dying.
I guess just in like in retrospect, I guess can I do an insight check to see if she was like telling the truth?
Honest about
Yeah, go for it.
About the agreement.
I believe her.
21.
14.
She seems grave, severe, and on the level.
Okay. Cool.
All right, I think the last place to go is
Just put my insight.
Amber Temple.
Yes. Yes, we need to start preparing ourselves.
Well, not much repair.
Those mountains look cold.
Oh, we did buy cold weather outfits,
Yeah.
I think, so we're good there.
I feel like this is going to be the hardest trial yet.
Certainly seems as if our journey is coming towards something.
another all stories end.
I don't like the thought of what we might find in the temple, but it seems our fate has led us there.
Yeah. Super. I'm really excited to be even closer to that thing. No choice, though.
If you don't think that you can withstand it,
I can.
it might be best for you to stay, perhaps in Kresk, or return to Barovia.
I need to show it that I can stand up to it, and that it won't choose how I act.
If the worst happens, and you succumb to the darkness that it whispers to you,
Then we do what needs to be done. And I probably try and kill you, because I don't have a choice. But, you know,
I'm just
I understand.
letting you know.
I know.
Well,
It'll be a lot harder than you think.
I don't know. You got a really skinny neck.
Yeah, because it's just going to be my power that you're going to be dealing with.
we've seen the things that the entity has given to him so far.
I
And that's what him
vaporized an
resisting.
angel.
Anyway.
Let us carry on. At least we'll be not be harrowed by these beasts any longer.
Okay, so we are
I
going.
can't help but see, like, Wrath seeing Tegan as, like, a recovering racist.
So we're heading all the way
Oh, yeah, this is gonna take a long time, though.
a couple of days.
Probably
at
2 or
least.
3 days.
Probably 3 at the very least.
Let's go somewhere.
Like,
We're
I
going like down here somewhere. Here maybe?
Yeah, that looks about right.
Because that was the lake where Saga was.
Yeah,
I think it's
that,
this little cave thing right here.
Yeah, bottleneck.
Yep.
Or something.
Not that
in
we're
there.
supposed to even be all that.
Yeah.
I think we are.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, we have.
So
Yeah.
I got us a message.
that is the way you're going.
Okay.
So Salinka Pass, which leads to it, starts here,
Yep.
and then that X is where your destination lies.
Okay.
So did you guys want to do anything else before you started heading south towards the Amber Temple?
Okay, let's see here.
Uh,
Did thing with the wizard. Werewolves didn't have much, but now we have a side quest. We don't need to go through. I can't think of any reason to go.
The
back
only
to
other
Crest.
side quest I can think of is Esmeralda, unless we heard she'd
Yeah,
gone
dang
to
it! I
the
meant to-
temple.
Yeah. Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Did we? Okay, then
Somebody
yeah.
said she was going to the temple.
Or yeah, or
So I think everything else that we have to do
everything
Is at the
leads
temple.
to
brother.
Wow, James, that's really. I think we just lost. Like, we can't stream anymore. Terms of
Yeah.
service was like shattered.
Yeah.
Dio has
Yeah.
doing Elder Gods of Deep Darkness.
Oh my god, I really hope that's hidden somewhere in the TOS.
Revealing secrets of the Dark Gods.
And awakening the old ones. It's terrible on our bandwidth.
Alright, so we're heading south. And we're gonna...
So heading south to Salinka Pass, we'll just kind of do that by montage because I'm sick of having you guys
Yeah.
roll perception every night for nothing to happen as I try to make things up that,
Do we
Whatever.
see the rider?
you do pass the rider. You actually pass him twice. He somehow looped around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, from the same direction.
Yeah. You run into him twice in the same direction.
God, I want to like put a hat on.
I need
Yeah, maybe he's more
I need
than
him
one
to
of them.
deliver a package.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I want to put
Like,
a hat on
maybe
one
he's
so we
just
can
a
find
courier
out if
service.
it's the same one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You put a hat on him the first time, and it comes right around again the second.
Yeah.
We could definitely
All right.
do packages with this guy.
How would you?
So, coming towards Salinka Pass, the closer you get to these mountains, like, the fucking huger they get. Like, these things are so tall.
Oh Good to get that city air out of my lungs.
Oh man,
Well,
you're such a tall coffin maker.
Shut the fuck up. I love you.
I was about to say,
There
that
it
mountain
is.
range is a lot more stairs than I was expecting.
It's like the stairs to Shelob's lair.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's a national park with well-maintained growth.
Where is it? I had it bookmarked. There it is. So from what you understand and have kind of gathered and from Arena and everyone else, Tsalinka Pass is a gravel road that hugs Mount Gakis, climbing to great heights. The road starts at the Raven River Crossroads
Yay.
and travels 7 miles to a gatehouse
Oh, wow. I think we're off the map at this point.
and a guard tower. No, it's on where that bridge was and everything.
Oh, okay.
Gatehouse and guard tower, as well as a stone bridge that spans the Luna River. Wind and snow will make this journey treacherous, and without some way to keep warm, you would suffer from the effects of extreme cold near nightly.
Cold weather outfits. Done.
Yep.
Fine.
So, as you guys have come to this place, let's set you all up here.
Okay, we've definitely taken long rests, right?
Yeah, no, you guys are coming here fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. I just need to reset my. I cast one spell before we went in there. Honestly, food doesn't taste like anything anymore. I just eat good berries.
Yeah. Well, I keep eating food. I don't want to forget what food tastes like.
Not that I
That would be
forgot.
tragic.
Food does not taste like things.
He's gone broke.
It just kind of turns to ash in Flinmo's mouth.
Do you still need sustenance?
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Good berries.
I don't remember how much those gems were worth, but they're gone now.
watch. This is where we actually need money.
We have
I
need-
said
Gotta pay the
one
troll toll.
Gold piece.
Yeah.
Gem.
Yeah, I was about to say, we've needed gold all of once in this campaign.
Yeah,
so far.
that's what I'm saying. Like, this is gonna be where we actually
Yeah,
need.
this is not a gold necessary campaign.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just messing around.
No, I've enjoyed this campaign, but I'm gonna have a lot to talk about in this post-mortem we're gonna do after this is all over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had.
It's the Curse of Strahd reunion special!
Yeah, I had so
What?
much to say, Sam.
Well,
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
we're approaching it.
Yeah.
I don't see where, or I wanted to like see how close we are
Huh? To what?
to the temple.
There.
You guys aren't on the world map anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, just to clarify, Sam, are we outside the temple, or you said?
No, you are going through Tsalinka Pass.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the shelf of rock on which the mountain road clings grows narrow. To your left, the icy cliffs rise sharply towards dark, rolling clouds. To your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog. Ahead, through the wind and snow, you see a high wall of black stone lined with spikes and topped by statues of demonic vultures with horned heads. Set in the center of the wall is a closed iron portcullis, behind which burns a curtain of green flame. On the other side of the dark wall, gripping the mountain's edge, is a guard tower of white stone topped by golden statues of mighty warriors.
Neat.
Reno kind of sort of goes, that looks inviting.
It's more inviting than I would have expected, to be honest. At least they're bright.
At least the path is still here.
That too.
Fire looks.
I wonder who maintains the flame.
The fire maintains the
Yeah, let's not get into that.
flame.
Yeah.
Going to, I guess up. So what you mentioned stone vulture demon. You mentioned stone statues of men. Can we perceive any actual people?
No.
Okay.
Actually, roll me perception.
Natural 20. So 23.
Man,
22.
I should've-
This place does not look like it's been manned by living beings for a very long time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Approaching the gates,
So,
keeping an eye at the upper turret.
yeah.
Aside from
As you
vultures,
approach within 10 feet of the portcullis, with a horrible shriek
Oh,
of metal on metal, it rises
Oh.
slowly up until it's completely open.
hello?
No response.
anyone home?
I think it knows I'm here.
You?
Who
You
else?
think the entity?
It has domain over death a bit. And this place hasn't been
And
manned by
gates?
living people. This place hasn't been manned by living people in a while. I wouldn't be
think we'd-
surprised if.
I think we'd smell dead ones. I would like to approach the fire.
Okay, so are you stepping through?
No, just like walking up to it.
Okay, the fire's like up in the gatehouse.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like blocking the way.
No.
No.
There's
Oh,
nothing blocking the way.
oh, well then I'm just gonna walk right through.
Weapons out.
Okay.
Um,
Everybody goes through. You walk through just fine. After about 30 seconds after you pass through, the gate slowly grinds down again.
How long does it last?
An hour.
an hour.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it now then.
Okay.
What?
Magic weapon.
I'll cast
Oh, okay.
this on myself at 3rd level. Because that also lasts an hour.
So yeah, to your right now stands this ancient-looking guard tower, and ahead of you, the path continues up the side of the mountains towards the river.
Okay. About what time of day is it, Sam?
It is kind of coming up on noon. You guys kind of set off on here in the morning.
Gotcha.
I think we ignore the guard tower. We have a we have a purpose, but maybe something's there.
Is the door to the guard tower open or closed or fallen over?
Or a job.
It is. If there was a door, it's not there now.
The door
Gotcha.
is ajar.
I mean,
I'd rather know if there's something behind us before
That's-
we continue forward.
That makes sense. I've used that logic before. Like 2 days
let's
ago.
poke,
no,
poke
not 2
around.
days.
It's been like 5.
Yeah.
It's been
Okay. So y'all want to go inside?
Yeah,
Okay.
poke around.
A cold hearth stands across from the door, the wind howling down the chimney. A stone staircase is on the south wall. 3 windows look out over a foggy sea. And yeah, this is like the wind is constant here. Like the farther south you guys have gone, the colder it gets,
Yeah.
and it's only increased as you started ascending.
Hmm.
Good to get that city air out of my lungs.
No signs of recent life.
No signs of life or inhabitation.
All right, check the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. The upper level of the tower is an icebox with windows set in almost every wall. A rusted iron ladder bolted to the floor and ceiling leads up to a wooden trapdoor. Mounted above the stone hearth is a direwolf's head. The wind coming down the chimney howls in its stead.
Hmm.
Yeah, certainly seems abandoned. I don't. Must be some. There's not even a contraption that looks like it would have been used to open the gate
Nope.
or anything.
Yeah, it looks like this structure is completely separate.
There must have been some magics that opened the gate.
Or just undead living
You
in the
think
walls.
it's worth
So
looking up there?
might as well, just in case. I'll check it really quick.
Was the top of the tower? Was anything that you described before on top of the tower? Like
The golden statues of warriors were up there.
Yeah, I'll check it. If there's undead up there, they
Okay, Flenmo. As you kind of get up there and go ahead and give me a strength check to push open that trapdoor.
8.
8. So straining your muscles are able to lift this thing up as you feel all the snow that's piled up on top of it kind of slop off as you get it over. And looking up, you can see that there are 10-foot tall gold-plated statues stand atop the battlements, facing outward. Each one depicts a female human knight holding a lance. The cold wind stirs the snow under which you see human skeletons clad in rusty mail.
I want to search through the remains and see if there's anything of note.
Okay.
Names, too, if possible. I'm figuring I might need to know who these people were if they guarded the place. Is that investigate?
Yeah, go ahead and give me one of those.
Anything up there?
8.
Nope.
Nope, it just seems to be death here.
Some corpses of guards of some sort and the statues.
What sort of is it like? Crenellations or like chest high or?
Oh, the siding of.
Yeah.
The tower?
It's like crenellations.
Okay. Just wondering, like,
Yeah.
the wind's blowing so much. What kept them from?
From
I
just
think the
falling
bomb.
off.
That. Yeah. Stoutness.
I
Okay.
guess we should just carry on then.
Yep.
A very peculiar stop here.
I pulled
Okay.
a level spell to just levitate off the
If we
edge.
need a place to rest, we could.
Retreat here, possibly. Though.
Or perhaps just
No.
keep it in mind for our journey, return journey.
If this temple is supposedly ruined and abandoned, I can't imagine anyone sticking around to guard it.
Yes, seems to be a relic. I guess, well, I guess we could ask Arena. Do you recognize any of the beings in the statues?
No, whatever they were is beyond my people. Or at least my knowledge.
I wonder who they could be in tribute to.
Well, then let's continue.
So as you guys walk towards the bridge, what's everybody's passive perception?
Walk towards the bridge.
13.
19.
17.
15.
I'm not proficient in perception.
-2 going from that way.
So nobody beats a 16.
I do.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
19.
And 17.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Tegan and Nayli. Everybody sees this. The road ahead is cut out of the mountainside, rising steeply to one side and falling away on the other. Mist and snow greatly reduce visibility, and the howling wind cuts through like a knife. Tegan and Nayli. A 9-foot-tall goat stands upon a crag above you. Its gray fur blending perfectly with the rock of the mountainside. It lowers its head and malice glimmers in its eyes.
Guys, there's
Go!
a goat.
Food?
Duck?
Roll initiative.
Yeah! I want to eat a goat.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna float a goat. Whatever floats your goat.
I want to eat a goat. Looks like lamb chops are back on the menu, boys.
Gonna kind of put you guys here in an order I figured you were probably marching in.
That looks about right. I want to eat it. I'm gonna roast it.
I'm gonna shoot it.
I'm gonna eat it. I want to mount its horns on my wall.
I want to.
Okay.
Float your goat, man.
So, where's my turn tracker?
I know.
Tegan, initiative.
13.
Nice. Nayli.
16.
Nice. Roth.
22.
Cool. It does get a surprise round where Tegan, and Nayli are going to go.
They are not caught unawares. But me,
Flinmo.
7.
Yeah, me, Flinmo, and Arena are. So it has like advantage against the three of us or something.
Why is mine fucking labeled as Nayli?
Huh, that is weird. Did I label it Nayli?
Yeah.
I might have. Yeah, I did.
Nayli, you get 2 initiatives. Cool. Yeah.
And Flingo doesn't go.
Twice as many smites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many spell slots you got?
Not.
Cool.
Oh yeah, the sorcerer gives you a lot, right?
Yeah, and then I have 2 first level spell slots from Warlock.
Warlock doesn't get a lot of spell slots.
No.
But they get it for a
But-
short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they get a lot of abilities that don't have limits.
Yeah.
The invocations.
Not very big ones. If it has no limit, it's like Disguise Self or False Life.
Yeah. Until you
Okay.
the
So,
levels.
Nayli, there's a big goat that's about to charge you guys.
Man.
I'm gonna put my shield in front of me and hold my action.
Where is?
Okay.
There's not
Until
there's not-
what?
Until it.
It is up the hill to the west of you.
Oh, it's all
Oh,
dark.
okay.
Yeah.
No.
Because we're not supposed to see it.
But like, where can?
Here, let me.
Yeah. Like at this point, I don't know how far the fuck this thing is.
And
That should have revealed it.
No, it's got Fog of War.
I just moved the fog of war.
No, like there's like shadow
The line of
still
sight.
there. Yeah, but like the line of sight Fog of War, not the black Fog of War.
oh,
Oh.
There we go.
that's a big fuck off goat.
Okay. Well, it's up here.
He looks
Sure.
delicious.
Mm.
Yeah. You pinged where it was.
So, Nayli, you're holding your action until what?
Could just run up to it.
Well, that's about
Fine.
Oh.
Sheer.
400 feet straight up. I mean, on a tough incline.
You know what? I'm just gonna wait for its ass to come down.
Yeah.
Cool. Tegan, what's up?
How far away?
It's within your shot range. Like, it's elevated about a couple hundred feet above you, but
Can I see it? Oh, I can shoot it.
Pretty much. Okay, so let me. Yeah, I think I will do I'll just do a Slayer's Prey on. Slayer's Prey bonus action.
Yeah.
I think
And
that
then-
goat might be too heavy.
Shoot at it. And I didn't say power attack, so normal attack. 21
that hits.
for 10 damage.
Is that with
10 damage. All right, that's good.
11 damage.
Woo.
I mean,
That's real good.
Don't forget, it's a magic weapon.
extra attack, I'll do a power attack.
Okay.
That's an 18 to hit
That hits.
Yeah.
for 17 damage.
Tegan has skewered and slain a great goat.
Oh,
Does it fall down the hill?
It does roll down the hill
Come to Papa.
that was
And
exact.
land, kind of skid to a halt right in front of Roth.
5 more damage.
Maybe you just died in the
Alright.
first shot.
You guys are lucky you killed it, because if that thing hits you, it auto knocks you 100 feet off the cliff.
Mm.
I take its head. I wanted those. I
The
want those
bucking
horns.
bronco.
Yeah. Oh fuck the bunking bronco. That was just Carter jerking off with D&D numbers.
Rob, do you want to just go put the head back in that thing that we found?
Oh yeah, you're
out?
right.
Yeah.
We're just gonna drag the goat corpse into the tower.
Put it in the
pick it up.
fridge.
We'll pick it up on the way down.
Okay.
I'm taking an antler.
We got
now.
our
Okay.
leftovers
I'm
later.
just going to leave it in the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the horn now though.
Okay. A horn or both horns?
Both. I mean, that's
Cool.
Tapping implements? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna drink
Tooting
from it.
incident.
I mean, oh.
No, a drinking implement.
Yeah.
Toot.
Alright.
Toot,
Yeah.
toot. One for tooting, one for eating.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
for boozing.
So with that little side adventure out of the way,
Yeah. Good shot.
Thanks.
as you guys approach the bridge,
I wouldn't be so sure. With this place being full of dead things, like, maybe it was dead already.
He doesn't look dead.
We should keep our eye out for more.
Well, it definitely looks dead now.
the snowy pass comes to a gorge spanned by a stone bridge. At each end of the bridge is a 30-foot tall, 30-foot wide stone arch. Atop each are 2 statues of armored knights on horseback with lances, charging towards one another. The wind bites and howls like wolves as it passes through the gorge.
I don't trust this bridge.
You know, when have you ever trusted a bridge? As I boldly go to cross it.
I did
Okay.
that course of action, actually.
Using him to test the bridge?
Yeah, that sounds great.
So just Roth is going across the bridge?
Yeah, because I'm not a coward.
Irina will go with you.
Yeah, because she's not a coward.
I'll go with him.
Yeah, 'cause Kagan's not a coward.
I'm already on the bridge.
I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
Haley literally has an aura of bravery.
Right.
Flimmo, are you just waiting, or
Yeah,
you
we'll see
going?
what happens.
Yeah,
You'll see what happens? Okay.
Flimmo's a coward.
Because I might have to save you guys' asses.
'Cause you're a
We'll be
coward.
fine. If there's a +3 to saving throws, we're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
When has a bridge ever tried to kill us in this campaign? Nada. Zilch.
When
No, but
has a
Windmill
bridge
has.
ever tried to kill one of my characters? It did.
No,
I was catapulted at it.
That was a different
saved-
campaign.
Yeah, and I saved you.
You can't hold me accountable for other DM's actions, James.
Technically, that was all player action.
Technically, yeah, that was
That was
Carter's
all-
action.
It was
but like-
Carter's best idea ever.
Well, the
I'm gonna love and hate playing with Carter and Chris's game, aren't I?
Yes, 1,000 times yes.
his last character was very goofy, and I think he might do something different from that. I mean, just because he doesn't like doing the same thing twice.
Well, I'm a cynical wizard, so we'll see.
Yeah, cynical wizard.
Larry.
So, as you guys, the low walls that enclose the stone bridge have fallen away in a couple of places, but the bridge appears intact.
See?
appears.
Yeah.
A black-cloaked rider on a charcoal-colored horse guards the middle of the bridge.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay. I might help you guys with that.
Yeah.
But like
I'm-
on the safe part of the bridge.
I'm getting Twilight Princess vibes
Right?
now. And I'm not okay with this. We've never made it past that asshole. So, like...
Oh yeah, that part of the game that was in all the trailers and looked really cool, and like that was going to be like the climax of the first part of the game, and it took like forever to fucking get there.
Like 2 hours of the game.
I don't believe you. I played that game for more than 2 hours and barely got outside the village.
Yeah, that took like 4 hours to get there.
Ugh. Anyway.
I was very disappointed in that bridge.
I just didn't like that game.
Yeah,
start
too.
crossing the bridge.
Yep.
Okay, who's going to approach the rider on the black horse?
Shit, I will.
A rider on a dark horse hasn't bothered us the entire campaign. It's fine.
Wait.
When,
Strahd rides a dark horse.
no, he rides a nightmare.
Which is a dark horse.
No, it's
That's
a
also
glowing.
on
That is
fire.
also-
Okay, so
Yeah.
who's going to interact with it?
I am. Oh.
Okay, how are you doing that, Flinmo?
I'm going to just walk right up to it, like I own.
Like- As you walk up to it, and like a rock that you kind of inadvertently kick just goes right through it, and it fades away into mist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
As that happens,
Oh. I think Sam just goaded us.
Yeah.
Go
a
back.
piercing noise splits the sky as diving toward the bridge is a creature of unearthly size, a bird so monstrous that its wings blot out the sky.
I see.
We could have greeted thing.
I would like To
I-
run.
Like, I was literally walking up to it, and I, like, kicked a rock by accident, is what he said. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't actually interact with it.
I know. Got too close.
I choose run. Chris, can you roll a little bit up?
So this bird is going to fly by and try to get Flimmo.
Fuck off,
A
bird.
bit to the right, actually.
Hammer King.
Bit that way.
Oh.
To get it in frame over here.
Oh.
It's coming.
There we go.
Oh.
Here it comes! Oh, Lord! Here it comes!
Oh lordy, coming.
Yeah.
And since everything's running so slow tonight, we're going to have theater of the mind this fight. But
Sure, no, that's fine.
so Flimmo, this bird's going to sweep down. We're just going to use the same initiatives we had.
Sure.
Oh,
I'm okay with this.
I didn't like mine.
Well.
It's fine, it's fine. I have Armor Magathis up, so it's
Yeah.
gonna feel bad about hitting me
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, we're in the same area.
Is it undead?
We'll find out, won't we?
Okay. If it is
Uh,
undead, it makes a wisdom saving throw.
So it is not undead.
Okay.
So as it flies towards you, it pecks down with its beak in an attempt to bite the young Flimmo Goodheart.
Sam's on PowerPoint mode tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad we don't have like slideshow trans.
Oh God!
Am I
Oh
crit?
no!
Oh dear God!
Oh no!
I-
Not the dear God.
I have.
Hey,
been
Dear
crit.
God's a nice
Hey,
guy.
hey, on the plus side, I gave myself temporary hit points before we came into this fight, so I have been crit.
That's
You
a
are
lot
dead.
of dice.
I have been the people.
Flimmo has been made corpseified.
Guys, I'm scared.
It's fine. I've died. before.
I want to roll out the dice.
You did.
Here, I'll roll a bunch of dice.
What's my critical like these days?
Days.
So it's like 1 for damage, 2 for sneak attack.
Roll.
Still wrong. Oh, you tell me.
That would be my critical.
I feel like
Okay,
it would be less
so
Morty gets carried away.
I think you just bit him in half.
This is my critical if I have everything up.
Neat.
Nice.
I can. How many dice is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I could do that with a second level guiding bolt. If I crit.
Got
Good.
with my rapier. That would be 2 of these.
It's also
39 piercing damage.
How much?
39.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Cool.
It takes 15 cold damage.
second attack.
Yeah.
Second attack.
Hold on. It does. Did you take the 15 cold damage?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hold on. How much damage was it again?
It falls dead.
39.
39.
That's like half his health.
It with my temporary hit points, it is half my health. I have 40 hit points left.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's been a lot of days. I'm at max and I have all my hit dice.
So
back.
good thing I cast that 3rd level spell going in here.
Yeah.
So that was its beak flying down towards you, and then its talons follow quickly behind.
Have large talons.
Apparently.
That's a 16 versus AC.
Yeah, you got me.
And that's going to be... $25 slashing damage.
Still up. He doesn't take any more damage. That went away real quick.
Oh, does it only last as long as you have the temporary hit points?
But each time I take damage while I have the temps up, they take 15.
Cool. Roth, your turn.
Oh,
Is
boy, I
the
have hit
bird
points.
on the bridge still?
You could, like... We'll say this is kind of happening simultaneously, so you could, like, intercept it as it's attacking Flinmo.
I'm cool with that, if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Jump! Just run, jump, swing, axe overhead.
Exactly. Armor of Agatha's hit points left.
That's pretty funny. So you would have been
I
at
would have
0.
been at 0.
Yeah, reckless. Let's see here. That's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Cool.
Dope.
Yeah, we'll stick with that number. 19 slashing damage.
Cool.
And would I be able to get another attack on it somehow, or is it just
Yeah.
probably?
No, you got your attack.
Oh,
You get all your attacks.
extra attack.
Just hang on, I gotta do math real quick.
Sure. Let's see here. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Cool. That's a dumb number. Oh well. 10 slashing damage.
Cool.
And yeah. Let's see here. Let me see if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move me 8 spaces up.
Yeah, with your speed, like I was saying, I'm having trouble moving the tokens tonight. With your speed, you can basically go wherever you want on the bridge in a turn.
Yeah, I'm like run, jumping, hacking at the bird, and I'm still going.
Yeah.
Going.
I will
past the
not
bird?
have. I will not have the song of Wrath, son of Fairnir, say that he was eaten by a giant chicken.
Are you going past the bird?
I mean, I assume that it did a flyby attack in
Yeah.
that Sam with Theater of the Minding allowing me to go by it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Melee, you're up.
I'm casting Searing Smite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roasted chicken,
Yeah.
roasted chicken.
That is a 21 to hit.
So you like ran forward and like slashed at it with your glaive.
No.
I mean, yeah, big reach weapon
On fire.
on fire. Sounds
Yeah.
good. I mean,
Yeah.
or do you
Reach
really-
weapon on fire.
Yeah,
Also was adding Divine Smite to that. Too.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you
So
hit. You get to
what did you roll to hit it?
I rolled a 21. Where is my
That hits.
Is this my 10? That's not my 10. Where's my 10? There's
there.
my 10. Cool. We're just gonna throw all of these out. 10, 7, 19. That's 19, and it's now on fire.
Cool.
Oh god. Oh no, it's a phoenix.
I'm also gonna smack it one more time before running as well.
Yeah. Just double tap.
Yeah, double tap.
Double tap with the glaive.
That's
Remember, kids, always double
10.
tap. But don't double wrap.
This.
That's just uncomfortable. And it's pretty much pointless, and I think actually causes more problems than you think you can solve.
It does.
It
Second is
Why don't you guys talk about I always double wrap the presents under the tree?
No, that's bad. You might rip the
It's
gift
dangerous, Sam.
No, it's more fun. I have to try to confuse. I try to make the presents under the tree as obtuse to guess as possible.
I did
wrap. How
that
much
too.
damage?
I love the
No,
person I saw
second
online
hit
that
would- I don't think
apparently
it-
Oh,
wraps
yeah.
nothing in
14.
boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it is, they just wrap it however shaped it is as close to the object as they can.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
would you?
We've all been there.
I got a 14. Does that hit?
No, it does not. I'm sorry.
Oh well.
Okay.
It's okay. The bird is now on fire.
And then you're running after Roth.
Yeah. How
Cool.
does the bird being on fire work?
So at the start of each of its turn until the spell ends, it must make a con saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful
Cool.
save, the spell ends.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, Flinmo could put it out, but I would not advise against it.
Oh, by like taking an action or something?
Yes, you could put the bird out, but don't
Oh.
do that.
Yeah.
Why
that
would
sounds...
he?
I mean, it is a technical option.
It is
we
an
are,
option
we
on
are
the
not
card.
here
I'm
about
reading the card.
limiting.
I was just wondering why
The
you
card
singled
specifically
out
says
Flinmo.
Flinmo
Yeah.
can put
Yeah.
the fires out.
That was
No,
the
it's
part I
a
was
creature
confused.
within 5 feet.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
okay. Okay.
Okay.
Sure would have been a little better. Sneak attack.
Tegan, it's your turn.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
All right. I'll start with a
Pew, pew.
I don't have
Slayer's
reach, but
Prey
it's
mark.
here.
Yeah.
and then I will shoot with power attack.
I think we're its prey.
Not anymore. 23 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so 1, 2, sneak attack.
Yes, I suppose Flimho is technically in melee with it.
Yeah. 11, 16, 26.
26 damage. Cool.
Extra attack. Power attack. 18.
Yep.
Magic weapon.
18, 19 damage.
Cool.
And then you're running across the bridge.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that is what
we're
we
doing.
have done. I'm
Alright.
not telling you what to do.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll follow suit. I'm gonna like as I'm running under it, I'll like.
Yeah, shoot up into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Arena's kind of going to do the similar thing with her sword as she runs under it.
Some combination of what you both just said.
Yeah.
Throw your crossbows at it.
Arena gets one hit as she runs under it. And does good damage.
Make sure you wash your hands after petting her. I put her flu medicine on her today.
Oh.
But what if I want to be flea free?
This thing is actually not like bleeding from like its belly. As Flinmo, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm adjacent to it, so that's not a great idea. Well, whatever. I'm gonna hex it. It has disadvantage on strength checks,
Neat.
which is very important because I don't want it to grapple me, which is a strength ability check and not attack.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna move 30 feet away to the north.
Disengage.
Cool.
Uh,
You can run under it. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to shoot Eldritch Blasts at it. That's a very high, 50 or 25.
That hits.
Okay. 12, and then 20 to hit
Yep.
for 11, 12, 13, 14. So a total of 26 damage.
Okay. So, having sustained 150 damage in a turn,
And also on fire.
on fire. It lets out this once again ear-piercing shriek. Decides you guys aren't worth the trouble
If there's one thing we do well, it's big bursts of damage.
and flies off.
That's new for me.
Yeah.
That's actually the first time I've done a big burst of damage like that.
Okay.
Because I did, I think
Does
45.
it make it save? Or is it still on fire?
It has to make a Constitution save.
Yes.
Yeah, this goes.
It got a nat 1. It took some more burning as it left.
Cool.
6.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was about to say.
It's a D6, so. Ah!
Yeah, and that lasts for 1 minute.
First goat, then bird. What's next? A giant cow?
So as you
Right.
cross the bridge, there are once again statues of the knights, though the one on the left has crumbled. As the mountain pass continues ever upward beyond, and as you guys walk up the mountain into the blinding snow and biting wind, that's where we'll end the evening.
Yeah.
As you approach the ever-looming Ember Temple.
Can we actually see it?
Not yet. You'll have to. Okay, here's the thing. It takes about 3 more hours of trudging, but you do come across the ominous obsidian Ember Temple that lies deep in the mountains.
We can start making a silhouette out in the snow blind.
Yeah,
Awesome.
this pure black edifice in the snow.
Time to meet our doom.
We got a lot done today.
Yeah.
It was a very productive session.
Yeah,
And we got started late, so we did very good under
Yeah.
time.
yeah. No, you guys did real good. I'm happy. We'll
I
definitely.
live over
This campaign probably has only about 2 or 3 more months.
Yep.
It just depends, because you have Ember Temple, which is a dungeon,
Yeah.
and then you have Castle Ravenloft itself, which is a Titanic dungeon.
Yeah, I think we can probably do Amber Temple in like 3 to 4 sessions.
I think you could do it in 2 or 3.
I have
Yeah.
no basis.
Cool.
And then Castle Ravenloft just depends whether you guys want to goof around or just go fight Strahd.
Yeah. Goof around, please.
I say move around.
I mean,
But
after giving the mansion the draft, I feel like
yeah.
the Castle Ravenloft deserves a fair.
The mansion.
Yeah, the mansion at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We
where
didn't
we
continue a story.
Accidentally beelined right for the fucking hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the only magic weapons in the whole game were in that castle or that house.
I mean, we always can go back.
No, we can't actually.
I know.
Well, you could go check and see if the lot is still empty. It's not like it's expressly written that if the players burn down the house, it reappears within a week.
Burn it down again. It's clearly a double magic.
Are you guys playing Sin tomorrow night?
Yeah.
We are finishing up Mortal Kombat X tomorrow night, and then next week is MK11.
Oh, that's the new one, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Ooh, that's
It'll
fun.
be good. We'll get to stream it on release night,
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
so we'll get like an extra half viewer.
I don't know what my schedule is this week, but I'd like to do something Wednesday, so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Cool.
Either some Arena or Kingdom Hearts has been pretty much my go-to lately.
Cool.
It's been good. It's been entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing another
close
Fusion
to-
360 stream.
Finishing off.
I'm
How close are you to getting to 3?
I'm in Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep. Yeah. Fracture.
A fragmentary. passage.
Fragmentary Passage.
That is way too fucking long a name.
Well, it's because the collection is 2.8, and this is the 0.2 left to get to 3.
Kingdom Hearts is a fucking mess, okay? Let's just all agree on that.
It's a fun mess.
It's a fun mess, but it's a fucking mess.
And this game has been fun so far. It does have stuff. It was made in the Unreal Engine, so it kind of suffers from some of that weirdness.
Gotcha.
But it kind of feels like a fan-made game, honestly.
It was a tech demo for
Yeah.
how they wanted 3.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
honestly what it feels.
Gotcha.
But anyway,
Bye.
we'll see what happens on
Mhm.
Wednesday. Maybe some of that.
Cool.
Maybe something else.
Also, congratulations to me for not dying, because I cast a 3rd level spell.
Congratulations
I
for
don't know
not
if you
dying,
heard-
James.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Very proud of you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Evangelion. Congratulations.
I don't know if you heard me, Sam, but I have exactly 15 hit points left.
I did hear you.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Well, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week with the Amber Temple.
It's so good. It's so good.